How are you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I just want to say first off, I'm really digging your music, bro, and I think you got a lot of good stuff coming, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
So I was curious, how old are you?
I'm
You're just
21.
you're just a young buck, man. That's awesome. How did you get
My bad,
started?
I lost you there for a
What's
second.
that?
Sorry. I lost you there for a second. My bad. I was getting a
Oh,
call.
yeah, I was just saying you're a young buck. I wish I was as young as you again. And you're from Texas?
Yep. I'm originally from Amarillo, but now I'm living about an hour south of Austin, down in New Braunfels.
Oh, right on. I went to Austin one time. That's a wild place over there, bro.
It is, man. It is.
Have you played in Austin before?
Yeah, we have a couple times.
Right on. Right
Oh
on. And
yeah.
then so like going back, like how did all this start for you? How did you get into music? I want to hear your background. What's going on?
Yeah, man. So I guess like my freshman year of high school, I just was wanted to play guitar again and was thinking about it, and I just figured it probably couldn't be that hard to just learn good enough to like be able to hang out and get through a song. And so I don't know, I just started playing, and then that kind of led into writing songs, and then I met a whole bunch of people during COVID. And I ended up putting up that acoustic version of Throwaway. Um, and I mean, I recorded some music over the next couple years. Didn't love it. Didn't put it out. And then I got with my now producer, and it's just it's just snowballed in the last year and a half, 2 years to where we're at now.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you put out your first album. That's Simpler Days, right?
Yeah,
And that did pretty good on Apple. I heard that it was like in the top 25 on Apple.
yeah, man, and that was crazy for me. I say all the time to like the guys or just whoever. I feel like we're just tricking a bunch of people, but no, people keep listening to it. So
Yeah, but you got a really cool style, bro. I mean, like I'm a rock musician. I'm in a rock band, but I also am enjoying a lot of this newer independent country stuff or stuff like not commercial, you know what I mean?
right,
And
yeah,
I feel like there's a pretty big wave going on right now of like I call it rock music with a twang. You know what I mean? And it just
yeah.
kind of fits in that country category, but ultimately it's rock music and that's like what I feel you're doing, man, and it's a really cool sound.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And whenever I found out that that was an option, I was like, "Ah, man, that's what I want to do. Like, that's
Yeah,
really what I want to do." So,
and it's cool for me too because like I was born in the country. Like our little town only has 200 people in it. I live way out in the middle of nowhere, and like so I've always been a country boy, but I've always liked rock music, and but like I always resonated more with country lyrics than I did rock lyrics because, most rock
yeah,
songs are like really pretentious and there's like all these hidden meanings and stuff. So, but now it's cool to be able to get some of these like uh, country related lyrics into a rock format. I really like that, and I've been really enjoying it.
yeah, man. And I think that's what drew me to it is because I feel like you have a lot more of an option to make a fun, rock sounding song with maybe some sad lyrics, but at the end of the day, the music's straight up, the lyrics are straight up, and
Yep.
you can't ask for much more.
Yeah, and I could tell by just like some of the videos I've seen with like some of the live footage, man, you guys get down. And
Yeah, man, we have a blast.
that's always fun to have that much energy at a show, like with our band, like the first half of the set is kind of like this slow ramp up to this heaviness and
Yeah.
once we hit that heavy stuff and you see the crowd just getting crazy and having fun, that's like my favorite part of music, especially rock music.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I just got a donation from Josh Brown. He says, "Love the song Framed. It's always on repeat."
That's sick.
Right on. Thank you for that, Josh. I appreciate it. So, Yeah, man. What we're doing, what we're trying to do today is just promote the deluxe version of your album coming out, and that's coming out this Friday, I think. Or
Yep, yep.
yeah.
It's
So
sneaking up on me. I keep forgetting about it. And then I looked at my phone today and I was like, "Oh man, that's this week."
yeah, I love the title of it too, man. Simpler Days. Like that's just such a cool song, album title.
Thank you,
And
man.
so on this deluxe version, what do you? How many extra songs do you got on there?
I think I can't remember if it's 5 or 6. I should probably know that. But yeah, man, I feel like it's just kind of we're really settling into our sound now with the new stuff and figuring out exactly what we want to do. And I don't know, I think the new music's not that the old music wasn't fun, but I think the new music is, really fun. Give people something to listen to on the lake this summer. Just something to party to.
Yeah, so far off the deluxe album, because your team sent me some of the songs, man, and
Oh, nice.
I listened to "Lie to You," and
Yeah,
I really loved just all the guitar work in that. I actually just got the tracks today, so I haven't had time to like dive into it, but just from the
yeah.
sound, "Lie to You" and yeah,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the song "Yeah," and that's actually coming out on Wednesday.
Yeah,
I
yep,
think
it
so.
is.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I'll probably be doing a reaction to that one.
Nice,
Um,
man. Yeah. So that song, I would think I was probably least excited to record that song. And I don't know why. It just wasn't. I didn't know what was gonna come of it. I didn't really have like an idea in my head, so we just kind of sat down and started just doing stuff. And yeah, that's what we got out of it. And it's one of my favorites. I think I couldn't ever pick a favorite, but that one's up there for sure.
I feel like that's how it always works out, and it's always like
Yeah.
the song that you're not expecting to do good does good, and then the one that you don't want to record, you end up recording it, and you like it the most, and
Mhm.
it always feels like it's the opposite of what you think it's gonna be.
Yeah, and that's like next week off of Simpler Days. That was the dead last song that I did, the last one we turned in for the record.
Oh
And
wow,
I liked it so much that I was gonna just hold it for the next project, which I guess would have been this.
yeah,
And I loved it. I had to put it on there last minute, and I'm glad I did. I mean, it's opened a lot of doors for us. So,
awesome. Do you have a tour rolling out for this album or?
yeah, man, we're gonna be on the road pretty much. I know July's pretty light for us, but we've got a few more festivals, couple Midwest shows, and then July's a little light, and then I think pretty much back on the road. For the rest of the year.
That's awesome. Do you know if you're coming to California at all or not?
Man, I hope so. I would love to. I would love to.
Yeah, because it'd be awesome if you came out this way, and if we could somehow schedule it in to come do a fish tank session in my studio. That'd be dope.
Oh yeah, man, that'd be awesome. Yeah, for
So
sure.
do you guys do like acoustic sets too, or?
Yeah, I mean, we don't book a lot of them. We do a lot of impromptu acoustic sets. Just kind of when it happens, it happens. But we love that stuff too. It's fun and it's just so different. Because I've got 3 electric guitar players in my band.
Uh-huh.
So putting them all on acoustics, it's just so big. I love it. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. I know we have a lot of moving guitar parts in our band, and like anytime me and the lead guitar player are just playing our songs on acoustics, we're like, dang, we should do an acoustic album. That'd be so
Yeah.
sick because it's just such a different sound. And then you end up, you can't do everything on an acoustic that you can do with an electric. So you find new ways of playing something,
Right.
and it ends up sometimes being cooler. And it's like, man, we should record this. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you got 3 guitar players in your band. So how many are there total in your band?
Uh, 6 piece, and then plus I've got a merch guy and a photographer and a TM. So we're packing tight in the van, but we're in
Oh
there.
wow. Hey. You gotta start somewhere, right?
Hmm.
Hell yeah. Kyler down here in the chat asks if you have any plans for Houston.
I think we do. I'm pretty sure we're about to announce something, Houston area, in here pretty soon. So yeah, keep an
Cool.
eye out for that one.
Hell yeah. And then I guess people could just probably go to your website and
Yeah,
that's awesome, bro. So how did you form your band? Like did you already have guys that you knew you wanted in it, or is it people from your hometown, or how's that all work out?
man. No, nobody from my hometown. Nobody I like grew up with or knew really before very well or anything. So I just through mutual friends and recommendations and being in a pinch and needing somebody the next day and then it just working out. Man, it's been crazy, honestly. And there's been a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's been several different versions of the band. And
Uh-huh.
man, it's all been fun. But this crew that we've got right now, I think even if we have to replace people, this will be the funnest group of people that I could ever be on the road with. So
Nice, nice.
not that
So
I'm planning to replace anybody or anything, but shit happens. So
when it comes to writing, man, I'm always curious. This is a question I love asking every artist is when it comes to writing, do you write music first, or do you write lyrics first, or do you write them together at the same time?
together usually. And well, honestly, it just depends because I also like if my producer sends me just like an instrumental idea, so like something an idea that he had just been working on. And I like to write to that sometimes, but no, mostly just like me and an acoustic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get used to like the different stuff and co-writing and doing it all different kinds of ways, and I'm getting a little better at it. But
Yeah. Yeah, I've always it's weird cuz I have those moments where I'll have an idea for lyrics and then I'll go and start writing them down. But I can't think of any melodies or anything like that unless I'm playing actual chords.
yeah,
And but then there's sometimes where I'm just like playing some chords and then I can't figure out a melody or I can't figure out lyrics to go with it. But I know it's gonna be an awesome song. It's just
yeah,
hard for me to put those two together sometimes.
yeah. I feel you.
But then sometimes it just like it all comes out like you'll write a whole entire song in 10 minutes and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, how'd that happen?
Yep, exactly. It just piss you off. It happens so fast.
So like what's your favorite show you've played so far? Like do you have any show of yours that like stands out like oh this was like iconic for me in my career?
Man, we played with Daughtry on Friday night, and
Oh,
that was
last
nuts.
Friday?
Yeah, yeah, like
Oh,
a
damn.
couple days ago. That one was wild. And then the next day, Saturday, we rolled into Nashville for CMA Fest. And man, it was just at CMA Fest was just electric. It was
Oh, that's so
wild.
cool. Yeah, there's a lot of bands that play that, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. So yeah, those were a great 2 days for sure. But man, I've played some awesome ones, like just back in Texas that meant a lot to me, with people that meant a lot to me. So we played a venue called Green Hall, not this past weekend, but the weekend before last, and it's the oldest dance hall in Texas, and I played there with a guy that I've been listening to for a long time, and he sold it out, so we had a great time. It was cool.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, and it's
That's
right down
awesome.
the road from my house. It's like 5 minutes, so it's perfect. Got to
Oh,
play
that's nice because as soon
kick
as you
ass
get done,
show,
you just
go to
get to go
bed.
home.
Yep.
But then again, you're young, so you still might party a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I stayed up too late that night. That was one worth staying up for sure.
Yep. Yeah, when I was younger, man, I always loved like after a show because after a show, man, people don't realize like how much adrenaline is running through your head, and even when you go to lay down, it's like you can't go to sleep or anything. You know
Yeah.
that feeling.
Oh
And
yeah, dude, for
so
sure.
when I was younger, I would just stay up until the sun came up, you know. But now it's like as soon as we get done with the show, I think I go to bed, and I'm hurting from jumping
Yeah.
around.
No,
But
I'll tell you, we got in a bus for a month because of a string of horrible events. That's a story for in a minute. And but no, it was so nice being in the bus. You know, I just get off stage, go to merch, you know, smile, sign what people wanted me to sign, and then just go hop on the bus and lay down.
uh-huh.
And I would just wake up wherever I needed to be. And that I just got a little taste of it, and so now that's the goal I think next for us.
Hell yeah. I got someone in the chat here, and I was actually curious about this question too. But if you could name a few bands or artists that inspired you, or still do inspire you.
Yeah, so I'd say number one that kind of bleeds through my music the most, especially with my melodies and stuff. I would say Juice World. I'm a
Oh wow,
huge Juice World fan. I love his melodies. Great songwriter, great freestyler. And then you know, I love the big guitars from Nirvana, all the '90s bands. My dad pretty much raised me on all that stuff. And
it's a
then
good dad right there. Then.
yeah, I love country music too, and that shows as well in the music. So I don't know. I mean, I love everything, and I'm a fan of everything, and I think everything kind of bleeds through.
Yeah.
Um, into the music. And if you pay attention hard enough, you can hear it.
Yeah, oh yeah. I was gonna say there's a lot of like real early 2000 sounds in your music.
Yeah.
Like some of the opening riffs kind of have like that Breaking Benjamin Chevelle type vibe to it.
Yeah, dude, and I love that stuff too.
Yeah. I grew up on 90s music, you know. I'm 30, I'm 38 right now, and I was born in 86, so like 90s was all my childhood, and I grew up listening to, Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and Nirvana and all that stuff right there, and those have always been my inspiration.
Yeah.
And as a guitar player though, I think Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit I'm probably inspired by the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's so sick. I love him.
Yeah, he's just different, and when you hear it, it just sounds different, and that's what I like,
Mhm.
man.
Yep.
Is there anybody that you would like to collaborate with?
Man, I've been getting this question a lot lately, and it gets harder every time because I think of more people every time. Um, I don't know. I would like to do something different. I don't exactly know what that means yet. We've talked about a couple potential ones, and I've changed my mind or decided to try something else. But I don't know, man. I would love to work with Co Wetzel one day. As big influence of mine, and yeah, all the Texas guys that I kind of came up listening to, and I'm doing a song with Dylan Wheeler on this deluxe, so that's a
Oh
cool one
hell
for
yeah,
me.
bro! Which one's
Yeah.
that? What's that one called?
Lonely.
Okay, I'm gonna be looking out for that one. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited about that one. But no, man, I'm hopping back in tomorrow to start doing a bunch of new music. So,
Cool. And then maybe not like collaborating with, but playing a show with. Is there anyone that you're like, man, I'd love to play a show with this person? Co
that's a
Wetzel would
good
be
one.
cool because you said Co Wetzel to collaborate with. That'd be a cool show to.
Yeah, we played Chili Fest a couple weeks ago with him, and it was nuts. It was
Oh,
a
cool.
great night. Great night.
Yeah, I've been waiting to see him. I know I'm gonna go see him in Old 60 at a festival in Nevada
Oh,
in
nice.
July, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, man. I've seen him in front of not of a lot of people and in front of a lot of people, and it's never changed. So
That's awesome. Um, my buddy Carlos said he wanted to tell you that you put on a badass show last October with the Smoking Oaks
Oh,
at the Blue Light.
yeah, man, that was a good night. We were supposed to play with Cody West the next day, and over in East Texas, and that show I had just like barely recovered enough to play the show from COVID from like the last 3 weeks, and no, that show was so fun, but I absolutely destroyed my voice that night and ended up having to cancel the show the next
Oh
day.
no.
Yeah, which is a bummer. I woke up and it hurt to breathe. But no, that was a fun one.
Have you uh have you got to see Whiskey Myers live?
Yeah, actually, I saw him at a festival. I guess it was like 2 years ago. Yeah,
They
so good.
they're
I mean,
like my
so
favorite live
good.
band right now, bro. Like
Yeah,
they're one of my favorite bands to watch live. I've only seen them one time, but I'm hoping to see them again this summer and
yeah,
yeah, they're a great band. I like it cuz it's like it's not an overly produced show, you know. You don't hear all these backing tracks and there's like no
right.
pyrotechnics. It's just like six dudes on stage jamming music, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I saw a show the other night in Nashville that really surprised me with how good it was. And I feel bad saying that, but I'm just being honest. But Lainey Wilson.
Oh
Lainey
yeah.
Wilson's set was absolutely incredible. And I won't say that I'm even particularly like a Lainey Wilson fan, but her set is just absolutely incredible. Like
Eh,
it's one you can take a lot of notes.
I I'm like in the same boat with Lainey Wilson. I don't listen to her or anything, but anytime we do a reaction of her live music, it's just like she knows how to entertain, bro. She can sing. She's got good looks. She's
Yeah.
got the moves. She just has the whole package to be who she is. You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Marcus King was standing over in the corner. I was just like, man, I feel out of place. But
That's crazy, man. It's cool though. It's got to be a good feeling. You're so young and you already got things going for you, and it's awesome, bro. So I'm excited to see where your career goes because, like I said, just from the few songs that I've heard and the song that I reacted to, it was like I really enjoyed reacting to your music, like just because it was just felt different and there was just energy and the video matched the energy of the song and it was just really fun for me.
yeah, thank you, dude. And yeah, that was one thing, especially with that video. I was like, and we didn't have a lot of time because, it was the day of a show. We got in that afternoon and just had that night to do it. And so they pretty much just videoed us hanging out. And then they had a shopping cart that had like a camera mount on the front of it. And no, that ended up coming in so clutch.
What's your favorite venue that you've played so far?
Oh, favorite venue. Man, we got to play the Rave in Milwaukee like 2 months ago. And that place was cool, just because it's got the pool signed by Mac Miller and Alice in Chains and
Yeah,
everybody cool. So that was a cool one. But man, I would say probably Green Hall, that show 2 weeks ago. That's I've wanted to play that place for a long time. And so that one probably top of the list.
that's awesome, man. So on this on some of your upcoming dates, you know, I don't know if you guys have a full-blown tour or not, but are you going to be doing mostly shows like opening up for bigger artists, or do you have any of like your own headlining shows and you're bringing another band with you, or
We're doing both. We're doing both for sure. Of course, we've got a couple festivals like Spotty throughout the summer and stuff. And I know, we're pushing for a few more of those and maybe like some fairs and stuff like that. And and then I think we've got some co-headline shows coming up in a couple months or something.
mm-hmm.
With Lakeview, if you've heard of them.
Oh yeah, dude, those guys are
Um,
awesome.
and then yeah. and we're kind of just building around that, kind of seeing what the best route to go is.
Hell yeah. Well, I need to get in contact with your booking agency or your manager or something, because I got a couple good venues around here that if you make it to
Yeah, man.
California, you got to come play out here.
Absolutely, dude.
There's this one venue that's close. As music goes, just because no one knows the little town I'm in. Anyways, they've
Yeah.
got this venue called the Tackle Box, and it's like this bar and grill, but they have this huge stage, and it's a big open space, and that's like the only place that I'll play around here,
Yeah.
just because it's so much fun and it's a good crowd. And I mean, just the name of it, the Tackle Box, you know, you're gonna get a good crowd with that one. So
Yep.
right on. And
Yeah.
yeah, so what how old were you when you first started playing?
Uh, so I started playing guitar when I was younger, taking lessons and stuff, but I never really practiced. And so then yeah, I picked it back up freshman year, and I still kind of remembered some stuff, so it was a lot easier for me to pick it up and
Uh
roll along with it. But yeah, I played when I was little and didn't practice or pay attention.
well, I've been playing for over 20 years now, and I just took my first lesson a few months ago.
Really?
Yeah, cause like I don't know if you've seen the video of like Zach Bryan bringing me on stage. So
I don't think I have. Why isn't I feel like somebody should have showed me this before
so,
before we did this.
yeah. So Zach Bryan brought me on stage to play Revival with him. And I thought I
Okay.
was just gonna play the chords, and I didn't even really know the song right off the bat. I had to ask them what the chords were as I was walking on stage. And
Yeah.
then and then he pulls me to the middle of the stage and he introduces me, and then he said that I came all this way to do a solo, and then he looked at me and he's all, prove it. And I'm like, I'm a rhythm guitar player, bro. So
Yeah.
I just like did what I could on this acoustic, staying in the pentatonic scale,
Yeah.
and it worked out. But it was like after that, I was like, okay. He brought me on stage again at another show, and then I've had a couple other bands. Old 60 brought me on stage to play a song with them,
That's
and
cool, dude.
so it was like, okay, I need to get some lessons if I'm gonna be out here trying to wing guitar solos, you know. So I've actually been working on my lead guitar this last like 4 or 5 months.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, those Zach Bryan shows, dude, they're huge. They're epic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, giant. It's a different
Like
ball game for
I've
sure.
been to a lot of concerts in my life, and I've just never been to a show where everybody sings every single lyric to every single
Yeah.
song the entire show. It's pretty
It's
crazy.
wild, man. Yeah.
Have you got to meet the dudes from Old 60?
I haven't actually. I take that back. I ran into, and forgive me, I ran into their lead singer in Nashville a couple months ago at a writers round. Um, I was actually playing with Fox and Veed that night. If you've heard of them,
Oh, I got a crazy story about those guys.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, the Old 60, bro. Those guys are all really cool dudes. They came here and did a session in my studio a few months ago, and it turned out awesome.
oh, cool, very nice.
But yeah, the Fox and Veed band, bro. So if you got time for a little quick story,
Yeah,
um,
dude.
I'm doing a reaction online, right? Live stream. We're live streaming and doing a reaction, and someone requested that I did Fox and Veed. So I pull it up and I'm listening to it and I'm watching the video and I'm like, damn, dude, this music video is awesome. I wonder who shot it. So like I went and looked in the description to see if it said who made the video.
Yeah,
And I saw that it was shot in North Carolina by a guy named Kyle Fryer. And I'm like, wait a minute, I've got a homie named Kyle Fryer in North Carolina. So I called my buddy Kyle on stream and I said, hey, did you shoot this video for Fox and Veed? And he said, yeah.
yeah.
So then he contacts them and tells them what happened, and then they showed up in my live stream and watched the rest of the reaction, and it was cool. That's how I met those guys.
That's so sick, dude. That's
Such a small
awesome.
world.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But they're another band that I would say is rock music in a country lane.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, right up the same alley as us.
Yep. Hell yeah. Do you know Josh Brown wants to know if you know who Blacktop Mojo is?
Yeah, actually I do. That bus that I had to take out for a month whenever I hit a deer with my RV, that was actually their bus.
Oh,
So,
right on.
yeah. Yeah, no, I bought an RV to, go on this tour that we just got done with. And on my way to get it registered, I hit a deer on the
Oh
way
no.
to get it registered. Yeah, so I uh I thank God I hadn't sold my Sprinter yet. So we just, after, well, at the time my Sprinter was messed up, so we couldn't even take my Sprinter. And we had to, yeah, get in that bus for a month. But then I got
Okay.
my Sprinter fixed, and now we're in that until the RV gets fixed. So
Hey,
it's been a mess.
do you like the Sprinter? Because I've been thinking about getting one.
Oh yeah, man, I love it. I mean, other than routine maintenance, I haven't had like anything bad happen. I've never broke down. I mean, knock on wood, but
And
I've never broke down.
do you got a gas or diesel Sprinter?
It's a diesel.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the route that I'm gonna go next, just to have like a little mobile production, because I want to start showing up to like venues and doing a session of sound checks. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude, that would be sick. Yeah,
So
I
I
love my Sprinter. I mean, I had to replace the fuel pump on it, and
uh-huh.
that's the only thing like that I've abnormal that I've had to do.
Right on. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, the last session I did, the artist wasn't able to come to the studio just because they didn't have time in their schedule. So I went to the venue and I filmed the sound check, and I was like, this is really awesome because it was something different. It was out of my space, and then we had the stage, and it just turned into a really cool thing. So I want to start doing that more often, and just doing like a sound check sessions, and it just kind of gives
Yeah.
people a different angle. Everybody's normally like in their pajamas and stuff when they're sound checking in their sweats.
Yeah.
It's just like a different vibe.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, whenever you get your show dates announced, man, I'd like to take a look at it and then figure out what the closest date is and see if we can line up again and maybe record a session or do another like in-person interview or something.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'd love to.
Hell, I'll even come out and play a song with you guys.
Yeah, dude, come on. Come on.
Yeah, I'll come do some power chords with y'all.
Yeah.
So, right on, bro. Well, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this, bro. It was awesome to get to know you, get to meet you, and um, a lot of my subscribers like already knew who you were,
Oh,
and so
nice, dude.
it's pretty cool. Like I just found out about you a few weeks ago. I had somebody send me a video and was like, "Dude, check this out. You'll like it." And
Yeah,
I was
that's
like, "Yep,
dope.
I like it. Let's do it."
Yeah. Yeah, no, man, I appreciate you having me.
So, yeah, normally on Monday nights we do a country live stream where we just, listen to country music and I do reactions, but I figured replacing you on either country or rock night would work out. So,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
is that a Gibson sweater you're wearing?
Yeah, it is. And this is also a Gibson hat.
Oh, that's
I'm
dope.
just repping right now, I guess. No,
Are
I
you?
forgot to pack any hoodies, so this is I bought this one today
I
and
was gonna
I'm
ask if
cold,
you're
so.
affiliated with them at all.
No, no. I do pretty much strictly play Gibsons on stage though. I just like the
Hmm.
way that they look on stage.
Yeah. Do you play mostly electric,
No, just acoustic.
acoustic? Check this
Yeah.
one out. This one.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's beautiful.
I like it. It's a really nice guitar and it plays really well. Um, I'm more of a Martin guy, but
Yeah, if you're going for sound quality and tone, it's Martin all day, and it's not even close.
well, Martin just has like, especially because I play a D35 and it has like a really low end, dark, eerie sound to it, where like the
Yeah.
Gibson has a little more like mid and brightness to it, but it
See, I'll
still
tell
has low
you.
end behind it too, though.
Yeah, my the reason I like Gibsons so much is I like the J200s, the big body style guitars,
Yep.
and those got a lot of power behind them, and they're deep, and leave some strings on them. They sound real dark, and that's what I
Yep.
like about them.
Yep. Hell yeah, that's awesome, bro. Well, hey, again, tell you and again some future. So I'm always
Yeah,
traveling
man.
around and going to shows and stuff. So maybe we'll make something happen.
Well, hell yeah. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
And then this video, this live stream should be it should just live on my channel. So if you want to share it
Oh,
or
nice.
ever want to go back and watch it, hear how stupid we sound, um,
Sick.
it'll be there.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, do you ever get that feeling when you listen to yourself back, like after recording a song, you're like, this sounds weird?
Oh, yeah. No, all the time, especially when I'm talking.
Yeah, I have to have other people confirm that it's like, no, this sounds good. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Because this sounds kind of funny to me, but and that's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
All righty. Well, hey, Sterling, I hope you have a good night, and I hope your release goes well. I'll be sharing the heck out of it for you, and I'm excited to hear the rest of the deluxe album.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, man.
Sweet. All right. Hey, everybody, there's a link right down there that Ken posted. That'll take you to the deluxe album. Go check it out. Go pre-order it or whatever you got to do. Save it, and yeah, let's see some rock ons for Sterling in the chat. All right, Sterling. Hey, I hope you have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, man. You too. Peace.
All right, later.